There were nights years ago when I had to drink myself to sleep because it was the only way I could stop my mind from circling back to everything that hurt. I thought about all the choices that led me there, my childhood, leukemia, the divorce that was tearing me apart, all of it pressing down on me at once, and I just wanted it all to end if it wasn't for my son. When you're in the middle of emotional pain that won't let go, at first, you don't question if 6 months is normal or if 10 years is too long. You just want it to stop. You want to go to sleep without your mind dragging you back to the same painful thoughts over and over. But somewhere along the way, without even noticing, we start measuring ourselves. We start thinking we should be better by now. And that's when everything gets even harder. People have told me I should feel better by now because it's been 20 years since I had leukemia, that I should be over it by now, or that I should feel at home by now since I've been living in France for many years, that it shouldn't feel this hard. And when I hear things like that often enough, even if I don't agree, they still get to me, like I'm making a big deal out of nothing. I spent years trying to heal from my childhood, from the relationships in my life, from everything that shaped me into someone I didn't want to be anymore. I read books and watched endless YouTube videos about psychology and self-development. I learned about attachment theory. I worked on self-love. I said affirmations to myself every single day for years. And still, there were days I felt the same heaviness sitting on my chest, and the pain was just as unbearable as it was years ago. And I started to think something was wrong with me, because I was doing all the things that were supposed to help, but I still hurt so much. So maybe I was broken in a way that couldn't be fixed. And I have my son, the person I love more than anything in the world, and I wanted to be better for him. I wanted to be the version of myself I thought he needed me to be, and that made everything worse, because it wasn't just that I should be healing faster, it was that I should be healing faster for him, and when I couldn't, I felt like I was failing him too. And that's the thing about emotional pain. There's no doctor who can tell you when it will stop, no timeline that makes sense of how long it's supposed to take. And we are expected to function normally anyway. When we get hurt physically, doctors can often tell us how long it will take to heal. But what happens when the pain is invisible? Because healing from emotional wounds depends on so many factors. Our upbringings, our life experiences, the environment we are in, the people around us, the culture we grew up in, whether we have support or we are doing it completely alone. It's so complex, and it can take years, decades, or it might never feel fully resolved. But we lose patience with ourselves. We have a timeline in our heads, shaped by what we think other people expect, or what we've been told recovery should look like. And when we're not meeting it, we think something is wrong with us. And that's when the mind goes to darker places. Because now we're not just dealing with the original pain, we're also dealing with the shame of still being in pain. So when you ask yourself, why are you still struggling? Please remind yourself that there's no fixed timeline where you should be over it. The timeline in your head, the one that says you should be better by now, it's the voice of others. It's built from what you have seen other people do or what you think they have done. It's from desperation to stop hurting. It's from comparing your emotional wounds to others when they are not the same at all. When I look back at myself during those years, the version of me who was drinking herself to sleep, who was crying so hard she couldn't breathe, who was doing everything she could think of to heal and still felt broken. I wish I could go back and be her best friend. I wish I could tell her there's nothing wrong with her, that she's not alone, that she's doing everything right, even though it doesn't feel like anything at all. If you're watching this and you're wondering why you're still struggling, why it's taking so long, why you're not better yet, I hope this video reminds you that you're doing what you can with what you have now. You're not failing or broken. It just means what you are going through is heavy. And heavy things take time. You're still here, and that matters more than you know.